Top 10 secret societies linked to U.S. power. They move behind closed doors. Their meetings are off limits, their agendas are hidden, and their members often sit at the highest levels of government, finance, and media. They're not the subjects of fiction, but real organizations that wield influence in ways most people will never understand. From U.S. presidents and top generals to CEOs and media moguls, secret societies have long held the keys to power in America. The question is not whether they exist, but how deeply they're embedded in the structure of control. In every era of U.S. history, whispers of secret societies have echoed through the halls of power. These groups aren't always hidden by masks or ancient rituals. Many operate in plain sight, cloaked by prestige, tradition, or selective media silence. Some of these societies date back centuries. Others are more modern, wrapped in academic prestige or global influence. What connects them all is exclusivity, secrecy, and a trail of members who seem to consistently rise to the top of the American power pyramid. Today, we're counting down the top 10 secret societies linked to U.S. power organizations that, for better or worse, have shaped policy, influenced elections, and molded the American elite. Number 10. Skull and Bones, Yale University. Founded in 1832, Skull and Bones is one of the most famous secret societies in America. Located at Yale University, this group has initiated presidents, Supreme Court justices, and Fortune 500 CEOs. Every year, only 15 Yale seniors are tapped for membership, chosen for their leadership potential and connections. What makes Skull and Bones so controversial is the secrecy. Members are sworn to silence, and the group's rituals remain a mystery. Among its most famous initiates, George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, and John Kerry, two of whom ran against each other in the 2004 presidential election, the society's symbol. A skull and crossbones with the number 322 only deepens the intrigue. While critics argue it's merely a college fraternity, others point to its recurring presence in positions of national power. Number 9. Bohemian Club. Every July, some of the most influential men in the world gather at Bohemian Grove, a private camp in Northern California. Hosted by the Bohemian Club, this all-male retreat brings together politicians, military leaders, business tycoons, and artists. Founded in 1872 in San Francisco, the club claims to value art, nature, and camaraderie. But leaked documents and investigative journalism have revealed something more: off-the-record policy discussions, bizarre rituals, and even the planning of major national decisions. Notable attendees have included Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, Henry Kissinger, and Colin Powell. While women and press are strictly prohibited, the secrecy of the gatherings has sparked debates about elite decision-making without public oversight. Number 8. Council on Foreign Relations, CFR. Founded in 1921. The Council on Foreign Relations is not technically a secret society, but its influence is undeniable and largely misunderstood by the public. CFR is a non-profit think tank whose members include former presidents, CIA directors, Wall Street executives, media owners, and foreign policy experts. Its goal is to shape U.S. foreign policy, and it often does so through private meetings, exclusive briefings, and policy papers that filter directly into government strategies. Publications like Foreign Affairs help shape global narratives, while closed-door panels guide international decisions. Past and present members include Bill Clinton, George Soros, Condoleezza Rice, and David Rockefeller. While not secret in name, its true power lies in its ability to influence geopolitics far from public scrutiny. Number 7. The Trilateral Commission. Established in 1973 by David Rockefeller and political strategist Zbigniew Brzezinski, the Trilateral Commission brings together leaders from North America, Europe, and Asia. The goal is to foster cooperation among the world's most powerful economies. Critics, however, argue that the Commission serves as a blueprint for global governance, bypassing democratic institutions. Members include influential policymakers, bankers, academics, and media figures who help guide transnational agreements and economic strategies. Presidents Jimmy Carter, George H.W. Bush, and Bill Clinton have all been associated with the Commission, leading some to suggest that the group serves as a gatekeeper for political ascension on the global stage. Number 6. The Bilderberg Group. The Bilderberg Group, founded in 1954, is an annual invitation-only conference attended by about 120 to 150 of the world's most powerful people from Europe and North America. Politicians, royalty, bankers, and corporate executives all gather, with no press, no public statements, and strict confidentiality. The group's goal is said to be fostering dialogue between Europe and North America. But many believe it's more than that, a behind-the-scenes force driving global policy, economics, and media narratives. Attendees have included Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Henry Kissinger, Jeff Bezos, and members of the CIA. Critics argue that when unelected elites meet in secret to discuss the future, the democratic process is bypassed entirely. Number 5. The Round Table. While the Round Table originated in Britain through the efforts of Cecil Rhodes, its American branch has been deeply tied to policy making in the United States. Rhodes' goal was to create a secret network to extend British influence globally, and the Round Table groups were designed to implement that. In the US, its influence can be traced to key figures in government and finance, including the Rockefeller Foundation and the Carnegie Endowment. These organizations have played roles in everything from World War diplomacy to educational reform and international development. Though less visible today, its philosophy lives on through interconnected think tanks and philanthropic organizations that quietly shape the global agenda. Number 4. Freemasonry. Freemasonry is one of the oldest and most widespread secret societies in the world. Its roots go back to medieval stone guilds, but in modern America, its presence has been felt at the highest levels. Founding fathers like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Paul Revere were Freemasons. The organization blends symbolic rituals, oaths, and hierarchical structures. While many lodges are public, the deeper degrees remain tightly controlled. Freemasonry is often criticized for alleged involvement in political influence, especially through fraternal networks in law enforcement, the judiciary, and business. Some theories even claim Masonic symbols are embedded in the design of Washington, D.C. itself. Number 3. The Jesuits. The Society of Jesus, commonly known as the Jesuits, is a religious order of the Catholic Church, but one with an extraordinary amount of political and academic influence. Since its founding in 1540, the Jesuits have operated schools, colleges, and missions across the globe. In the United States, Jesuit institutions like Georgetown University have educated numerous politicians, Supreme Court justices, and business leaders. Critics have accused the Jesuits of maintaining a secretive hierarchy and influencing global politics through religious and educational networks. Their power lies in shaping the minds of future leaders, often before they even enter public life. Number 2. The Pilgrim Society. Formed in 1902, the Pilgrim Society is one of the most underreported elite groups in the U.S. It aims to foster Anglo-American relations and consists of British and American aristocracy, government officials, financiers, and media moguls. Its membership has included Winston Churchill, J.P. Morgan, Henry Kissinger, and several members of the British royal family. While it doesn't hold large public conferences, the group maintains influence through diplomatic dinners and private correspondence. Its impact is most visible in transatlantic policy alignment, particularly in matters of war, finance, and media cooperation. Number 1. The Federal Reserve System Private Central Bank Consortium. While not traditionally viewed as a secret society, the Federal Reserve fits the bill and function. Created in 1913, the Fed is the central bank of the United States, yet it is not a government agency. It operates independently and is governed by a board of governors and regional presidents, many of whom are appointed but not elected. What's most secretive is how the Fed was originally formed. A clandestine meeting on Jekyll Island in 1910 brought together top bankers like Paul Warburg and J.P. Morgan to draft the foundation of the Federal Reserve. The Fed controls interest rates, manages the money supply, and influences economic policy more than any other institution, without public oversight or electoral accountability. The power to create money and regulate credit is perhaps the ultimate form of influence in the modern world. Throughout history, secret societies have served as incubators of power, quietly shaping the policies, alliances, and ideologies that define nations. In the United States, these groups are often dismissed as relics, conspiracies, or harmless fraternities. But the evidence suggests otherwise. From academic societies that feed into government pipelines to elite global meetings that craft the next decade's agenda, these organizations function as gateways to influence. Access points that the general public will never enter. Understanding their role isn't about paranoia. It's about recognizing how power concentrates, how influence is managed, and how decisions that affect millions can be made in total secrecy. If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into the systems shaping our world. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay curious, and question everything.